4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Bhagavatam. You know who all have joined the fun this morning. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण पद्मा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीति दासी from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Shama Gauri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashmati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji, Your Ghosh, Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devi Dasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji, Dandrat Pranam to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all the assembled devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Sharanagata Devi Dasi from Clarksburg, Maryland.
Hare Krishna, Saranagati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devi Dasi from Canada. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Would you like to start the recording, Mataji? Maybe, should I do the introduction or?
Good, Mataji. I'll start the recording.
Dear devotees, let's go to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today, we are fortunate to have Nityananda Das Prabhuji for giving us valuable time and association this morning for enlightening the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 14th chapter and 11th verse. Before giving the call to Prabhuji, I would like to give it to Sureshasham Prabhuji for giving brief introduction about Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Who is the speaker, Mataji, today?
Nityananda Das Prabhuji.
Okay, I thought it was Akinchana Krishna Das, right?
It was yesterday. I can send you the link, Prabhu.
I think I should have. 1 minute, Mataji.
Okay, sure. I sent in the group, Prabhuji, if you want.
Sure. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. So today we have class by Nityananda Prabhuji. A brief introduction about Prabhu. Today we have His Grace Nityananda Prabhu. He is a senior brahmachari from Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Mandir. His Grace Nityananda Prabhu originally hails from Ramnathpuram, Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. He joined the ashram at the young age of 19. He served for the decade in Sri Sri Radha Gopinath and then studied under the auspicious of Srila Prabhupada's disciple, His Grace Gopi Parandana Prabhu, for 3 years. He preaches in English and Tamil languages. Hare Krishna. Back to you, Mataji.
You have to unmute.
Sorry, sir. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I'm trying to see if Prabhu is here.
Yes, Mataji is there. I'll spotlight you.
Thanks.
He's here.
Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for giving your valuable time and association this morning for enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is 7th canto, 14th chapter and 11th verse, Prabhu. Please take over the call whenever you are ready, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Audible, Prabhu. Swagatam.
Okay.
You're audible, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare. I'm in little outside. I hope not so much noise is there. I'm in Srirangam, in the middle of the Vaikuntha Ekadasi festival. So I tried my best to come to a peaceful place, but I don't know how much peaceful it will be. It's a Srirangam temple. And devotees are queued in for taking darshan of Rangana Swami, Vaikuntha Ekadasi. Okay.
Mataji will share screen, Prabhuji.
Om Namo.
Okay, I was thinking he will
Bhagavate.
start the prayers. That's why I was waiting, Mataji. I'm sharing. Sorry, Prabhuji, please go ahead.
No problem. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ashwagante वसायिभ्यः कामान् संविद्भजेत् यथा अप्येकम् आत्मनो दारां नृणां सत्त्वग्रहो यतः अश्वाघान्ते वसायिभ्यः कामान् संविद्भजेत् यथा अप्येकाम् आत्मनो दारां नृणां सत्त्वग्रहो यतः अश्वाघ्रान्ते वसायिभ्यः कामान् संविभजेत् यथा अप्येकम् आत्मनो दारां नृणां सत्त्वग्रहो यतः even up to Shwa, the dog, Agha, simple animals are living in it. Ante avashabhyaha, and to the Chandalas, lowest of men, dog eaters and hog eaters. Kama and the necessities of life. Sambi bhaje should divide yatha as much as deserved. Api even ekam one atmanaha own daram the wife nrinam of the people in general. Satsagraha the wife is accepted as being identical with oneself. Yataha because of translation and purport by Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: dogs, fallen persons, and untouchables, including chandalas, dog eaters, should all be maintained with their proper necessities. They should be contributed by the householder. Even one's wife at home, with whom one is most intimately attached, should be offered for the reception of guests and people in general. Purport: although in modern society the dog is accepted as part of one's household paraphernalia, in the Vedic system of household life, the dog is untouchable, as mentioned here. The dog may be maintained with proper food, but it cannot be allowed to enter one's house, or to speak of the bedroom. Outcasts or untouchable chandalas should also be provided with the necessities for life. The word used in this connection is yatha, which means as much as deserved. The outcast should not be given money with which to indulge in more than they need, for otherwise they will misuse it. At the present moment, for example, low class men are generally paid quite amply, but instead of using their money to cultivate knowledge and advance in life, such low class men use their extra money for wine drinking and similar sinful activities. As mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. There must be 4 divisions of human society. According to the work and qualities of men. Men with the lowest qualities cannot do any work that requires higher intelligence. However, although such divisions of men must exist according to their quality and work, it is suggested here with that everyone must have the necessities of life. The communists of the present day are in favor of supplying the necessities of life to everyone, but they consider only human beings and not the lower animals. The Bhagavatam principle are so broad, however, that it recommends that the necessities of life be supplied to everyone, man or animal, regardless of good or bad quality. That's all. Okay. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya
Sorry, Prabhuji, there is
Jnananjan.
more verse. There is
More is
little
there.
more. The idea of giving even
Idea of giving everyone's wife to the service of the public is that one's intimate relationship with his wife or one's excessive attachment for his wife, by which one thinks his wife to be his better half or to be identical with himself, must gradually be given up. As formally suggested, the idea of ownership even of one's family must be abandoned. The dream of material life is the cause of bondage in the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, one should give up this dream. Consequently, in the human form of life, one's attachment for his wife should be given up as suggested here. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगन ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे पाञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा my pranams to all the devotees. It's a great privilege and honor and opportunity of purification to be amongst with all of you, trying to understand even Bhagavatam, help of all of you. So here is Prabhupada commenting on this particular verse, speaking very straightforwardly regarding the Varnashrama Dharma, that the householders, the duty of the householders. In the four Varnas and Ashramas, when you speak about the Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and when you talk about the Ashrama, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa, in the Varna, the Grihastha has the opportunity to enjoy the material world the maximum, because the Brahmachari is the student staying in the Gurukula of the teacher. He has to suppose to lead a simple life. When even he goes for begging, and then he comes back and give whatever he begged to the Guru, and when he calls for prasadam, he takes, and sleeping in the floor and simple life, concentrating on studies. Then later, when he gets married, then Vanaprastha life starts. Later, he is supposed to do austerities. Sannyasa is fully renounced life. So at the time of Grahastha life, there is opportunity for engaging in the material world, material life, in a legal way, in a more bona fide way. And regarding the ashrama, regarding the Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmana's life is also very simple and poverty stricken, not so much of opulence. A Vaishya, even though he has some money, he is also busy in doing business a lot. Shudra is working hard for the three Varnas, but the Kshatriya has the maximum opportunity to enjoy. So this Grihastha amongst the Varna, and the Grihastha amongst the Ashrama, and the Kshatriyas amongst the Varna are the maximum facilities given for them to enjoy this. But with this enjoyment also comes responsibility and the spirit of their lifestyle. So, when we see the examples of Bhagavatam and even Lord's incarnations and all, he will take the combination of Grahastha, Kshatriya, who is a Grahastha. Isn't it? If you see Ram is a Kshatriya born in Surya Vamsa and a Grahastha. And if you see Krishna is also a Kshatriya as a Grahastha. He performed most of his leelas. And though in the beginning time he stayed to some extent as a Vaishya, son of Nanda for Krishna's beyond Varnashrama, here we are saying the viewpoint of general point of view. Lord, the Lord is beyond Varna and Ashrama, but when they incarnate, they choose this particular ashrama, they choose a particular ashrama Varna for a specific purpose. So Krishna and Ram, of course, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, they are all beyond Nrishingadev. Vamana. Vamana is Vatu Brahmachari, but he comes very short. The shortest of all avatara is Nrishingadev Vamanadev. Though Vamanadev comes more often than many incarnations, but he comes as a Brahman Brahmachari, so you don't find much of activities there, except probably his whole pastime is get completed in maybe in 2-3 hours, few hours maybe. He takes birth, the Upanayana ceremony, and then walks to Bali's Yajnashala and now begs alms, and then that's all. His Brahmachari Vamana pastime is over, then he becomes huge Trivikrama. So then later when he will be coming as Parashuram, also as a Brahmana, but he turned to become a Kshatriya. Activities become Kshatriya. Balaramji is also Kshatriya and Grahastha, and Kalki is going to be also, mostly he's going to the activity of Kshatriya, even though he may be born as son of a Brahmana, like that. So why Lord has to take this particular, role? So Lord jokingly, Gopi Paranandana mentioned that. So when Lord comes Brahmana, what he can do? Like Vyasadeva, we see, he is though born as a son of fisherman, but he is a fisherwoman. But he is a Brahmana. But he just sits in the cave and writes books. That not much Leela of Vyasadeva, except he comes now and then in Mahabharata. So as a Brahmana, there may not be any colorful activities such as struggles in life and go around and fights and all this. So so Krishna comes as a Kshatriya and a Grihastha Kshatriya. And then there is Ravan, demon is there, and there is fight, there is family life, and there is colorful and so much of events like that. So and why he is again this kinds of roles is that probably the Lord knows the maximum amount of the population will be the combination of these, and they will be grihasthas, and they have to be trained and taught, and they should be guided in the society. So they are the majority of the population of both Varna Ashrama. If we take together, sannyasis are very handful, and brahmacharis are also are there, but they are mostly for a few years. Then the grihastha life is much longer. So the Lord takes this particular role to teach the world. And even though the grihastha life is concession, legal allowance is given to deal with the material, engage in the material world, but also it comes responsibility. Because in the Varnashrama system, the Varna, the head of the Varna Ashrama is a sannyasi as a spiritual inspiration as a head, but the maintenance part is taken care by the Grihastha. The Grihastha ashram actually produces the rest of the Varna Ashrama. So when the Grihasthas are, the child comes from the Grihastha couple. Then the Grihasthas give birth to Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, and so it is considered as a very sacred ashrama. That's why the Shastras proclaim that it's Grihastha ashrama. Prabhupada often says ashrama. So the Lord also becomes happy and very eager to take incarnation in such combination. Even when you see Parikshit Maharaj, if you see all the conversations or the Bhagavad Gita, it is between it is spoken to a Grihastha Kshatriya, Arjuna, isn't it? And if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, the person who is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is a Grihastha Kshatriya. So so why this is being done is because then the society can learn, they can relate to it, they can able to relate to the teaching, and this is for us, not just spiritual life is not only meant for those who have nothing to do with this worldly responsibility. That kind of misunderstanding shouldn't be there. So, so when you see all throughout the Shastras, it's a perfect balance of enjoying the material world at the same time develop the spiritual perfection. How to strike the possible balance. Many times, often it is considered that spiritual life means it is a kind of leading a life of deprivation materially, So the material enjoyment and facilities are not necessary to be deprived to become spiritually advanced. It's not that it is recommended for everybody. One can, the Shastras actually balance both. So that's why I always say this particular nice understanding of the Vedic Varnashram system. In our Shastras also, there are 14 Vidyasanas are there. And I have spoken this to before also. Angani Veda Chatvaraha, Mimamsa Nyaya Vistaraha, Purana Dharma Shastram cha Vidya Kesha Chaturdasha. If you see the whole Vedic system of education also, the departments of knowledge, Vidyasthanas, these are the 14 Vidyasthanas. Srila Prabhupada quotes this in Bhagavad Gita, also Baldev Vidyabhushan commentary also. This verse is quoted from Vishnu Purana. If we see this department of knowledge, Angani Veda Chatvara, 4 Vedas are there. And then for the 4 Vedas, there are also some Angas are also there. Angas means the what do you call that? The limbs of the Veda. Veda Purusha is the limb. So what are the limbs of Veda Purusha? These are Angas. Mimamsa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Jyotisham, Chandas, Kalpam, Siksha. So these Angas basically talks about the how to interpret the Vedic text, Rig, Yajur, Sam, Atharva, the 4 Vedas, and these Angas are basically helping us to understand the Vedic literature. And this is a bit technical, but I don't know how many of you are interested to hear this. But anyway, in short, for just 2-3 minutes, I will tell this. Whoever can hear carefully can hear. After 2-3 minutes, we'll come back to the more simpler things. So when you speak about Shiksha is speaking about the pronunciation, how to pronounce single alphabet. That's the job of Shiksha Shastra. Then there is Chanda Shastra. Chanda Shastra means that Shastra which helps one to recite the text in a particular meter without mistake. Just like a train goes in the railway track. The track guides the train to move. Just like we play Kartal, Mridanga, so that the singer who sings can sing in a proper, meter rhythm like that. So, so that is a help. That is a job of Chanda Shastra. Then there is next two Vedangas or refers to Vyakaranam and Niruktam. Vyakaranam is a grammar. The grammar teaches one to pronounce, speak the proper words without, the language shouldn't get contaminated in due course of time. To protect the language, the Vyakarana Shastra. So grammar is there. And there is a Nirukta Shastra. Nirukta is like a dictionary. The meanings of the words are been given in this Nirukta Shastra. And there is Jyotisha Shastra. Jyotisha means astrology, astronomy. The timings when one should do what kind of activities. The Kala Nirnaya is given. And there is Kalpa Shastra. How to build altars, how to build the physical activities, how to build a temple like altars or Yagya Kunda. So these are the Shad Angas, Vedangas. So these 6 Angas basically protect, first 2 Vedangas, Siksha and Chandas protect the sentences, the Swarupa of the Vedas. Swarupa means the text of the Vedas. And Vyakarana and Nirukta, it protects the meaning of the Vedas. And Jyotisha and Kalpashastra, they help one to apply the Vedas in the practical activity. So these are the Shadangas. Anyway, just for understanding information. So for Vedas, we discuss the Yajurveda, Atharva, and then the Vedangas. And then after the 6, there are 2 more Shastras. They are called Nyaya Mimamsa. Mimamsa helps one to understand the meaning of the Vedic text. By the Vakya, sentences of the Vedas, how it should be interpreted, how it should be understood. The Mimamsa helps. And then there is Nyaya Shastra. Nyaya Shastra helps one to, it helps one to gain proper knowledge. What are the tools by which we can gain knowledge? This is a job done by the Nyaya Shastra. So for Vedas, 4, 6 Sangas, 6 plus 4, 10, and 11th is Mimamsa, 12th is Nyaya. 13th Shastra is Purana, includes Itihasas. Puranas are the 14th Vidyasthana. 18th Puranas is also includes Itihasas. So Purana describes the same Vedas in a very palatable way, the story format, so that one can understand the purport of the Vedas and apply it in life. Then after Puranas comes Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra helps us one to lead a life of dharma. It gives a codes of conduct in Dharma Shastra. These are the 14 Vidyasthanas. And on top of these 14, there are 4 more Shastras, which are also called as Upavedas. They are listed as Gandharva Veda. Gandharva Veda deals with the music and drama, dramatic performance, music performance, how to sing, how to dance, how to play music. This kind of very it soothes the mind all the time, studying technically and doing a lot of hard work. So some kind of mental relaxation. So therefore that Gandharva Veda. And then there is Dhanur Veda. Dhanur Veda, by which a king can rule the kingdom very nicely. He protects the kingdom from the enemy. And then there is Artha Shastra, mean how the king should rule the kingdom, paying proper taxes without giving too much trouble to the citizen. How to rule the kingdom? So that's Artha Shastra. And finally, the 18th one is Ayurveda. How one should take care of the body free from disease. So these are the total 18 departments of knowledge the whole Sanatana Dharma is providing us. Bharatiya Vaidika Vangmaya, Sanatana Dharma. These are the 14 Vidyasthanas, but 18 departments are there total. Vishnu Purana mentioned. So this whole 18 other religions, they stuck to one book, and just trying to understand one book, there's so much of chaos and so much of confusion. But the Sanatana Dharma has this 18 department. It's just a department. If you say Rig Veda, there are 21 shakas there. Samaveda, 1008 shakas are there, because many of them are lost. Rather, every department has within that hundreds of branches and books. So it is like a huge amount of Vedic literature. But the whole interesting and amazing point is that the you see the Varnashrama, the Sanatana Dharma's whole build-up, it gives amazing understanding of Krishna's mastermind, Lord's mastermind. It is intellectual. If you say from the intellectual point of view, it is so amazing. And also, we can generally the intellectual thing doesn't become very palatable for the simple people, or it may not draw so much of compassion. Powerful people, intellectual, they may not be so simple and kind. But here, the kindness of Krishna also, we'll discuss in a few minutes how the kindness and this intellectual arrangement is there both in this arrangement. So if you see Krishna's kindness, later I'll come to the kindness part. Intellectually, if you see how Krishna arrangement of this whole body of knowledge and the whole body of Varnashrama. So Varnashrama is a interdependent concept. How the society can help each other and grow together as a society. And if you say this Vidyasthana, what we discussed in just the names of the books, etc., they are also have the great interdependence. As I mentioned, the other religions with one text they have a tough time to understand. So much of contradiction, so much of divisions, fight among themselves. Not able to reconcile. But the Vedic literature is a vast body of knowledge, but they all have a one voice understand. Of course, they have one voiceness has to be has to carefully understood. That's why we need Acharya's help. Just like the forest, there is a treasure in the forest, but you need a person who is expert in the forest, forest dweller, to show us where is the treasure. He has to show us the lamp and the light. He will guide us, otherwise we may lost in the dense forest. Similarly, Vedic literature or like the whole 18 department knowledge like a forest. We may get lost in it. Instead of getting treasure, we may get caught up with the lion or tiger. So we need an expert person who can take us within the forest and lead us towards a treasure. So, but nevertheless, the whole understanding as one voice. Just some example I'll give. You see, the body, the society is like a body. The society is like a body, and the body has to be helped in various ways. The goal of the person who is living in the society in the material world, Krishna's goal is that they have to come back to his lotus feet. So how they can be brought there from this material world? That is a plan of Krishna. So he arranged this plan in a very intellectual way and in a very compassionate way, and in a very his master plan is so amazing. So, for example, now we are living in this material world. Even though we say we are not this body, but we are living in this body. So we have to take care of the body, but not the body is all in all. We have to live in this world, but the world is not all in all. So that has to be given. That has to be understood. At the same time, we can't do away with the body, or do away with the world, or do away with the society we are living here. So how to be here at the same time, not attached, and how to live here at the same time, we can get out of this place. So these are the program Krishna is giving. So now, even though we cannot relate so much to the four Vedas and the Vedangas, but if you come to the further down the 18 Vidyasthanas, you see there is how Krishna is very kind and intelligent and compassionate. That he is, even though he is saying this material world is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam, this is not a place to live, this is Ashashvatam. But Krishna also making sure that we can lead a very healthy and peaceful life in the material world. That's the reason why Krishna has given this Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is one of the Upavedas. So in this if this material world is kind of like a useless place, why he has to give a separate shastra and there is separate avatara, Dhanvantari avatara just for the Dhanvantari avatara is the exhibition of Krishna's compassionate heart. So many incarnations Krishna takes, it exhibits certain quality. Nrsimha avatara is like his exhibition of his anger, and Narayana Rishi is exhibition of his renunciation. That way, Dhanvantari avatara is the exhibition. His avatara exhibits his quality of being compassionate. So, being a compassionate Dhanvantari avatara, noise is there. Are you able to hear?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you clearly.
Okay. Probably I don't know if this topic is useful or boring. Anyway, continue. So, Dhanvantari avatara is incarnation of compassion. So, this compassion avatara gives Ayurvedic Shastra. Why is in Ayurvedic Shastra? Because we need to protect the body. The body is a Sharira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. Nirdeha Madhyam Labam Sudhurlabam. Bhagavatam says Nirdeha, the human form of life, this body is very rare. It is so important. It has to be protected. Why? So that Dharma Sadhanam, we have to perform Dharma. The body is important. So we cannot neglect the body. So there is a Ayurveda Shastra has given that take care of this body nature, how to sleep, how to eat, what not eat, how to avoid the disease. Even if the disease comes, how to handle it. So much of concern and thought process given. There is Ayurvedic department Shastra is given. So Krishna on one side is saying Dukkale Mashashkatam, Dehinosmi Nathare Komar Yavanam Jara, that this body is Vyadhi Mandiram, he is saying that at the same time he is not neglecting the body. That's why he is giving a separate Shastra. I mean that much thought process, concern and compassion given. And even if the body is helpful, body is protected, but still if you are living in a healthy body, but in like Ukraine war and Israel and all, war is going on. Even the healthy body, you can die healthily by somebody drops a bomb on your head. So the country has to be protected. So who protects the country? King protects. So for him to protect the country, there is a different shastra is given Dhanurveda. So Dhanurveda is science of military science is given so that he can protect the country. So that people in the country can live peacefully. So peaceful country, peaceful, healthy life. For what? Again, all meant for dharma sadhana, for dharma. Dharmasya swanishida pumsa vistakshena katashaya notpadayet yati rati shramayave kevala. So healthy body is there, peaceful life is there without attack of outside anything. There are so many countries in Europe and places, people live very healthy, no disease, insurance is there, they can take a free treatment, and some countries escaped even world wars also. But with a healthy body and a peaceful lifestyle, great government like Switzerland or something like, but people are depressed and they are like bored, they don't know what to do in life. So the Dhanurveda and Ayurveda helps us to give facilities to protect the body and countries protect so that people can live peacefully for what? Dharma sadhanam, for performing spiritual practice. And then if you see the country is protected from outside anything, for that there is Dhanurveda. The body is protected from external disease, for that there is Ayurveda. But if the people within the country, if they lead a life of selfishness and chaotic life, then people cannot be peaceful. Outside country may not attack the people of this one country, but within the country itself, people can lead a very irresponsible, chaotic life, pulling each other's leg. So how to take care of, organize the people within the country? So for that, Arthashastra, the king using the Arthashastra, he levies tax, just like the honeybee takes some honey from the flower without giving pain to the flower. Similarly, a king takes the tax from the people and then gives it back, just like the sun takes water from the ocean and gives back the same ocean water, it gives back to the land, fertile land becomes fertile. So, like that, the Artha Shastra helps. So, the society also peaceful and they are protect from external enemy and also protect from internal enemy. And there's Gandharva Veda that we need some entertainment, some kind of social life. So there is drama, there is music. Gandharva Veda teaches the best music, best dance, best dramatic performances, dance art forms, so that people are also peaceful and happy, sattvic entertainment. So, but all these things are what? So that mind is peaceful, so that you can perform your spiritual practices. So these are the Shastric way of how Krishna is taking care of the every aspect of our life in the material world. And then when the country is peaceful by the Ayurvedic Shastra, Artha Shastra, when the body is healthy by the help of Ayurvedic Shastra, Artha Shastra, and Gandharva Veda, mind is peaceful. Then with this peaceful mind, body, and secured life, what one should do? One should study the spiritual Shastra. That is, they are the Vedas and Puranas. The Vedas, of course, we cannot decode, we can't understand. So then it is more of the whole Shastra. We are concentrating more on the Puranas. Within the Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam. So, so the whole from the Vedas till the Gandharva Veda, 18 department of knowledge. They go in a very coherent, in a coherent way. There is no contradiction between each other. So the Ayurveda helps one to have a healthy body so that he can follow Krishna consciousness, the spiritual. The Dhanurveda helps the king to protect the country so that the people can perform their dharma, mainly spiritual. So the final goal is directed towards practice in spiritual life. So that is the beauty of the whole system of Vedic knowledge bodies. So this is from the viewpoint of Vedic body, knowledge body. And if you come to the again back to the Varnashrama, with the help of these 18 Shastras, when you read a Varnashrama life, the king, the Varna and Ashrama, they have a give and take policy. The Kshatriya protects the Brahmanas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. The Brahmana in turn helps the Kshatriya to perform his duties. He guides them without taking the enjoyment of the facilities for enjoyment. Even though Brahmana, if he wants, he can take as much as charity for himself, but he doesn't take more than what he needs. At the same time, he receives respect from the king, and the king respects Brahmanas for all the spiritual guidance. So in this way, there is a give and take policy, and there is Vaishyas and Shudras. They do their work. So this is the Varnashram is like a body. The hands, legs, and stomach, and the head, they combine together and act in a very unanimous way. There is no contradiction between leg and the head and the arms and the stomach. Even though nowadays people have become complicated, caste system, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, they want to fight each other. But actually, the system is that Krishna's arrangement is an intellectual, amazing intellectual arrangement. At the same time, it is out of compassion. So Krishna's compassion exhibited through the Varnashram. So a lot of things to say about this. Like the purport in the Prabhupada writes about mainly he directs towards the Grihastha life. So as the Varnashram system goes, the Grihasthas play important role, and the role is such a delicate role that they can be carried away. At the same time, if they're careful, they can do a great, amazing help for themselves and also for others. So there, those things are spoken here. So, so the Grihastha, when you speak about the Grihastha, the women plays a major important role. Like right now, I'm talking to all of you from Srirangam temple, next to the altar of Srimad Ramanujacharya. Samadhi is here. So, if you see Ramanujacharya, he is sannyasi, and the Srirangam temple, Ranganath deity, it cannot be worshipped by a brahmacharya sannyasi. Only a grihastha, that also a person who has a wife alive, he can worship the deity. So that much importance given for, if a wife is not there, and that pujari cannot touch the deity, cannot do the main puja for the deity. Maybe he can just come and do some assistance. a Brahman who is born in a family of the pujaris, Brahman boy, if he is a brahmachari, till he gets married, he cannot touch the deity and worship. So why this is given? Because so the wife, the women plays an important role. Bali Maharaj cannot give charity to Amandevi without the consent of Vidyavali, wife. So a man cannot give charity without the help of the wife. The wife takes the equal portion of the wealth of the husband. So in that sense, it is not that Varnashram Dharma is put somebody down or raise somebody up. Right? It gives very necessary freedom, necessary facilities for each and every member of the Varnashrama so that they themselves individually can grow and also the whole society together can also grow. So in that sense, the purport we hear today that the Grihastha should be careful that he should take care of even the lowest animals, the dog, chandalas, to that of highest person, the adipis and all. So as Prabhupada mentioned, the purport here that the dog is not allowed inside the house. What is become bedroom and all. Nowadays people have even they bring the dog, keep the dog. It's mainly in the Western countries. Dog is a companion. We can't even speak publicly in these purports also. So, but in India, the dogs are not allowed inside the home, but it's not that reality. Western media shows that in India, the animals are treated ill-treated. And maybe some ill-treatment is also there, but ill-treatment cannot be nullified just by taking a dog into the bedroom, not necessary. So, they have to given their, at the same time, they shouldn't be deprived of their basic needs. So, food is given, shelter is given, but they are given according to what they need. Prabhupada rests the purport regarding when you give too much money to the Shudra or the person who doesn't have a great mental stability, then you will use that money in unnecessary way. So, but nowadays Prabhupada says that like even the election in the government is in India, elections are going on. So much of freebies. The whole election goes around with the basically how we can pamper the Shudras so that we can win the election. Even somebody doesn't want to do, they also forced to do by announcing freebies. So these kinds of you know foolish things make the society completely. When the Shudras are given so much money and given power, they will misuse it, and the whole society goes down. So Prabhupada says the communists are saying that everybody should be given equal importance, but they neglect animals. But if it's a real communism, Prabhupada says that Krishna that Krishna's arrangement, that he arranged his whole Vedic literatures without contradicting each other, helping in every aspect of our life lead a happy life in this material world. So Ayurveda Shastras helping us lead a, we may not have the expert Ayurvedic physicians or medicines available, but at least the idea is there. Why Krishna has to give this? He could have neglected all these things. He died in 10 years or 15 years, 20 years. Dukale Mashashram already declared. Whoever is fortunate come to me by practicing bhakti. He could have left with the bhakti only. But why he has to give so much importance for the body by giving Ayurvedic Shastra? So that means he's giving importance for the body, physical well-being. Prabhupada always writes letter, you are our well-wisher. Hope this meets you in good health. Always he completes the letter with that. So the health is important. So spiritual life doesn't mean that one has to neglect well-being or well-being in the material world. One can be happy, and so that's why in the Grihastha life there is arrangement for enjoyment. There is, family, wife, children, and there is house and lavish arrangements can be there. But how one can balance the life of enjoyment at the same time without losing our vision for the ultimate goal of life. That is, ultimate goal of life is renunciation and enter into Krishna's pastime. But how we can, for that, not necessary that one has to live a miserable life in the material world. So, like I give example, the Raghuvamsha when he speaks about the kings of the Raghu dynasty, Ram's previous king. Shaishave Abhyasta Vidyanam, when they are brahmachari, the king's son, when they go to Gurukul, whether you are king's son or the Brahman, Sudaman, Krishna, Sudama is Brahmana, Krishna is Kshatriya, they have to lead a very austere life. there is no enjoyment much in the brahmachari life, whether you are a king's son or not. So there is a life of austerity. But when they become married, it is Raghuvamsha says that when the prince gets married, they are leading a life of a great romance. But according to the Shastra, very nice, enjoyable family life they led. The wife, children, palace, and all the things. So it's not that they they were kind of over-imposing the brahmachari ashram principles in the grahastha ashram. So they have children, their wife, their nice, lavish family life, opulent lifestyle, but with a responsibility. According to Shastric injection, Shastra itself is giving all these avenues. How to enjoy. In that sense, our Varnashram Dharma gives the best way to enjoy life. And then when there is time for enjoyment, they don't artificially practice renunciation. And at the age of 50 or so, they immediately take vanaprastha ashram. The king puts his son in the kingdom, and he leaves for forest. So according to the varna and ashrama, one can deal with the material world in a very different way and interesting way. So as a brahmacharya, they are taken training of a simple life. Grahastha life, they did not overimpose the brahmacharya lifestyle. Nowadays sometimes devotees lifestyles also. Some of them become because they have not undergone brahmachari training. When they come to spiritual life, they hear so much of renunciation. Oh, we did not have a brahmachari life. It should be. They squandered it. So now, as a grahastha, they become very artificially renounced, and sometimes they neglect family in the name of Krishna consciousness, bhakti, or sometimes even in the name of preaching also. Sometimes it becomes instable in the family. But it is not exactly what recommended by Krishna. Maybe for emergencies, certain cases, exemption may be there, but it cannot be generalized. So, there is a nice family life also recommended in the Shastra. That's the Grahastha Ashram. But how we to deal with attachment? Priyavrata was leading a very happy brahmachari life. Then he was being told that you have to get married. But then Krishna, and he was blessed that even though you become a grahastha, he will be taken care. But still, he felt the Priyavrata become little attached. He felt so then there is the opportunity for attachment, but the Shastras are there. That's why the sadhus are renounced order, the brahmacharis, they help them in. So here, the purport mentioned that how the grahastha shouldn't be attached to wife. Sometimes attachment, it doesn't mean that one should be, uh, you know, irresponsible towards wife or family, or wife towards husband, irresponsible, or sometimes. So, but sometimes become extreme, in that way we get trouble in the family life. The family unit is trouble, the whole Varnashram system collapses. Basically, Varnashrama collapses from the collapse of the women. Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita. The Kshatriyas are not there. When women is spoiled, the whole Varna Shankara will take. So, so the mutual cooperation, mutual understanding, that is been very much thought about it. So, when you see the understanding of all the grahastha life, when Nachiketa went to Yamaloka, he did not take alms from Yamaraja's wife. He said that I need to see your husband. Without him, I can't take alms. And he can't take charity when Brahm was performing his yajnas with Sita left. He can't perform yajna sacrifice without Sita Devi. She made a golden Sita. So this way, there is a mutual understanding is there. So here the purpose speaks about when the householder at the same time shouldn't be attached to wife as his own property. So how to avoid this? There is recommended that there is charity for the grahastha. For brahmachari's main activity is swadhyaya. For a grahastha, main activity is charity. And for vanaprastha's main activity is tapasya. And the sannyasi's main activity is dissemination of knowledge. These are the main activities. So for a grahastha is that since he naturally gets attached to the wealth, house, everything, there is a ego of I am the most important. I am the enjoyer. So you have to take care of them. there is a charity. He has to give charity to. He has to offer charity to different kinds of people. Bhuta yajna, Pitru yajna, Deva yajna, Manusha yajna. All these kinds of arenas are there. So in this Prabhupada says that the grahastha should come to the position that he shouldn't think wife is one property, and he should engage his wife also in taking care of the guests. So the atithi is very important for a grahastha. But now what happens is that when the person doesn't undergo brahmachari training, like in the childhood onwards, when the kids are supposed to play nicely, till the age of 5 they should be just play and peacefully happy. But then I mean they're supposed to play and without any kind of anxiety, and they send them to the school from LKG, UKG, take a big bag and go there and sit and study. So they become very it's not a very healthy lifestyle. Till age of 5 we just free and be in the home and just play and have some kind of see the parents. But the parents, both husband wife work, and the children goes to LKG, UKG. So much of pressure from that time. And then when they go to the school, they're supposed to follow the principles of brahmacharya, but so much of free. So at the time of brahmacharya life, in the modern universities, colleges, schools, and all, there's so much of intermixing with the opposite sex, and they practically, uh, uh, to some extent or to a large extent, practically they end up in activities what grahastha should be doing, mingling with women. And then when they become grahasthas, practically they are like they're worn out, and they become very and depressed, or they become very there's a charm in grahastha life. So then what happens? They try to lead a life kind of vanaprastha means what is that? Suicide, depression. So this is called leading a life in a right life in a wrong ashrama, or if you put in a very simple word in a society in a general language, right life in the wrong stage of life. So when you're supposed to play, you study, and when you're supposed to study, you lead a life of enjoyment. And when you're supposed to enjoy life as a grahastha, you become depressed and you kind of falls kind of hopeless renunciation. And then later you become very neither you accomplished as a grahastha, nor you have become a proper renunciation. You become completely neither here nor there. These kinds of things also we can see many devotees' life also. So, so the grahastha shouldn't imitate the brahmacharis. The brahmacharis shouldn't imitate, shouldn't go like lead like grahastha. So everything's are organized. So here in the purport we are studying that Prabhupada is very nicely talking about what is the wrong understanding of communists, how the grahastha should lead life, and when the grahasthas are not shouldn't be seen down. Like this in when we stayed in Brahmacharya Ashram, so that Raghunath Maharaj would always tell us very often, he tells, and the brahmachari should respect the grahasthas, as their sacrifice and their practicing of Krishna consciousness in spite of all odds and difficulties. And the grahastha should appreciate brahmacharis that they are given their life to Krishna. Rather mutual respect and understand. So this is how the whole body of Sanatana Dharma Vedic literature also there. I'm just comparing the mutual interrelationship among the Shastras and mutual interrelationship amongst the Varna and Ashrama, and also mutual interrelationship amongst the devotional principles performed in each and every ashram. So if we see this, it will be a great amazement. Krishna's intelligence, at the same time Krishna's compassion. What else we can say? It is Krishna's beautiful arrangement, and Krishna gives this understanding by practically adventing himself mostly as a grahastha and a kshatriya. So and then he practices what he taught in the shastras, and he teaches Bhagavad Gita spoken to Arjuna. Krishna speaks all this. So these are some understanding on this. Maybe speaking too much of general topic, most of not exactly philosophy, it's not so technical, I hope. Okay, I'm in Sri Lanka. Maybe I can just share some pastime. I think I got a few minutes remaining now. So I am right in front of Ramanujacharya's famous altar. Samadhi is there, and then Sri Rangam Ranganath temple is there. And it's Vaikuntha Ekadashi, festival mode, and all the devotees are happily roaming around. So in Vaikuntha Ekadashi time, in whole Tamil Nadu, Shiva Vaishnava, they glorify Andal. She spoke 30 songs on following in the footsteps of the gopis called Tirupavai. So today is the 27th day, one of the very important day, where yesterday was Vaikuntha Ekadashi. The Lord comes from Ranganath's altar to Vaikuntha Dwara, Paramapada Vasal they call it. So the whole understanding is that Krishna is enacting his pastime, then how a liberated soul from material world enters into Vaikuntha. So his altar is considered as a material world, even though his altar is always it's spiritual world. But here, for this pastime, he consider his altar where he is lying down on the snake bed is a material world, and Krishna Ranganath in the form of Krishna in the form of Ranganath takes the first place of a jiva, and now how the jiva is getting back to Vaikuntha, the Lord is enacting. So Ranganath moves from his altar, that is material world, and then he comes out early morning around 4 o'clock on Vaikuntha Ekadasi day. And the path he travels is that a jiva, when he liberated, he goes from the various planets, moon planet, sun planet, and every demigods welcome the liberated soul. Then he comes to a place, a 4-pillar mandapa will be there, hall. There, that place comes with Viraja river. So when the jiva, after leaving his gross body with a subtle material body, he travels to various planets, being welcomed by the demigods and other sages, saints, everybody worships him that he is going to spiritual world. Then that the soul with the subtle body, when he comes to Viraja, he takes bath in the Viraja river. Then his certain material bodies also get dissolved. So here Ranganath now as a jiva is acting, he's enacting his pastime. When it comes to this particular place called the 4-pillar mandapa, which is called Viraja, the pujaris offer some water at the feet of the deity, and then they remove cloth from the Lord's deity. That is considered as the dissolving of the subtle material body. The Lord is always transcendental, but the pastime is going on. And when the subtle material body is dissolved, then the Lord assumes a spiritual body, like in the form of in the place of a mukta. Then he enters into the Vaikuntha gate, and 7 Vaikuntha walls are crossed. Then finally there is a 1,000-pillar mandapa where he goes there, and he after crossing the 7 walls, 1,000-pillar mandapa in Vaikuntha it is there. There he goes and sleeps. So for 10 days, Lord would come out of this Vaikuntha gate and he stays there in this particular hall. And they recite the Alva's Divya Prabandham. 10 days they recite Thiruvaimozhi, one of the composition of Nammalvar. And the 10th day, Nammalvar, Lord becomes so happy with the Nammalvar, and he tells Nammalvar that I want to take you back home, back to God. So then they take Nammalvar's deity and they place him at the feet of Ranganath and they covered him with Tulasi leaves. And Nammalvar disappears in the heap of Tulasi leaves at the feet of Lord Ranganath. And again, as a pastime, all the devotees feel that when Nammalvar goes spiritual world, how we can live without him? So please give him back. So then Lord become compassionate. Okay, for your sake, we are giving back Nammalvar to you. So they remove the Tulasi and the deities, the Nammal deities again taken from his feet. And Lord offers his own garland, his own his cloth, his own ornaments, his own tilak he gives to Nammalvar. And after giving everything, the deity of Ranganath will become practically with one single cloth and not nothing in his hand. His whole body is visible, And then all his ornaments, all his crown, everything will be owned by Nammalvar. So that is how Lord reciprocates in the jiva comes to spiritual world. That he gives everything in. Andal place Male, Manivanna, Mahila Niraduvan, Melayar, Saivan, Vendura Ketiel, Alapayallam, Redangam Rulvana, Palanavana, Panjas and Niyame. கோல்வன சங்கங்கள் பொய்ப்பாடுடையனவே சால பெரும்பறையே பல்லாண்டு சிப்பாரே கோல விளக்கே குடியே விதானமே ஆளுநிலையாய் அருளில் இருப்பவர். It's a nice Tamil song. Where Andal is praying to Lord that we are all performing the um, particular vrata, particular austerity which is followed by the gopis in Vrindavan. Katyayani vrata, gopis followed. We are also going to follow. So we want you to give us the necessary article to perform this particular vrata. So what she is asking from Krishna is that you please give 1 lakh gopis. And all she is born as a Brahmin lady, but she considered herself as a gopi, as a Vaishya girl. And he considered her place, Shivaliputur, as Vrindavan, and she considered the local deity as Krishna, and he considered her girlfriend, Brahmin girlfriends as gopis. So in this way, she practically behaves herself as a gopis. And then she asked the Lord that since we are all gopis going to perform Katyayani Vrata, Krishna, you have to give us the facilities to perform Vrata. So what she asked from the Lord is that please give us conch. When 1 lakh gopis, we are all going in the street towards Yamuna to worship Katyayani, somebody should blow conch for us. So you give your Panjajanya conch to us. And as we are going in a procession, somebody has to, play drums for us. So give a drum for us, as a music instrument. And what else we want is that we want a nice flag. So you give a Garuda flag, to us. And we also need some nice lamps carrier. So give us lamp. And we also want somebody to, in the procession, some big procession goes, somebody glorify the procession. We want somebody to glorify us. So as a very simple and the mood of a gopi, she is asking all these things from Krishna. But Krishna says, how can I give my only one Garuda flag to you? How can I give my own conch to you? How can I give my own, other articles to you? What I will do without this. Come on, you don't cheat me. You are all in Nilayai Arulela Rambavai. You sleep in a banyan leaf. Karara Vindena Padara Vindam Mukara Vinde Viniveshayantam Patasya Patrasya Puteshayanam Balamukunda Manasasmarami. You, after gulping the 14 planetary system in your stomach, you lie on the banyan leaf without, getting falling off from the leaf. You can do all these activity which are so difficult to perform. Why can't you give your own things to us? You can definitely, it's not a difficult thing for you. You can perform any activity there that you have got the power. The Lord become very happy that she is having so much faith and affection towards me. She's asking all. The Lord gives everything. So here the Lord says, this way looks like a very simple and simple conversation, like playful conversation. But the Acharya explained the great meaning of the Vedic literatures are hidden in this song. So when Nandal asks that, give me Panjajanya, give me, and Lord gives his own Shankar. And when Nandal asks that, give me a musical instrument, Lord tells that, when I raise my feet as Vamanadev, Trivikrama, Jambavan all around, he circumambulated my lotus feet many times. And he used one particular instrument, what do you call that? Something like a jambi or some kind of instrument. I don't know exact English word. Drum, basically drum. And I'll give you that drum to you all. Take it. And then when he asked, when we want a Garuda flag, he said, why not? Why you asking flag? I will Garuda himself. You take Garuda. And they say that when we are walking in the road, we want some kind of a roof for our head. Somebody has to carry some kind of umbrella for us. The Lord tells that when I born in Mathura and I was shifted to Vrindavan, Adishesha himself came as the umbrella for me. I will give Adishesha himself, you take it. In this, the Lord is magnanimous to giving everything what he has to Andal and Goda Devi. And so here the Acharya says that when the Jiva enters into spiritual world, Paramam Samyam Upaiti Mat Sadhari Magataha. Krishna is so merciful, so compassionate that he is doing everything just so that the Jiva can come back to him. The Lord is giving everything so dear, and he also gives finally, I'll give my Napine with my wife to you, who will be carrying lamp and who will be praising her glories when you're walking towards Jamuna. So in this way, in the 26th song, when Andal prays for this, Lord gives everything to them. And so in this song, they glorify that how the Lord deals with his devotees when they come to the spiritual world. The Lord gives everything to them, and He finally gives Himself to them. And in order to come to this platform, that how to achieve Krishna's lotus feet, for that reason, only Krishna, as we are reading in this purport today, he is giving this Vedic literature, this Sanatana Dharma, 18 Vidyasthanas is given us, and he given us Varnashram system, and also he has given us the simple process of the whole Vedic literatures. We cannot study everything, so he's given the essence, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and that is itself sufficient. But we should also know that how many literatures are there, how everything is coherent. Why Ayurveda? Why Dhanurveda? So in Ayurveda, if somebody is sick, an Ayurvedic doctor, before he is treating the patient, if he is an atheist, he is not supposed to treat him. Because what is the purpose of Ayurveda? To have a healthy body. What is the purpose of healthy body? To perform dharma. What is the best dharma? Dharma sanushripam savisakshana katashaya, to perform bhakti to Krishna. If you are atheist, if you are envious of Krishna, why this Shastra given by Krishna should be used, So, so in this way, that we can understand the whole idea of everything is that one voiceness in the Shastras and also one purpose within the Varnashrama Dharma. So from dog to the Brahmana, everybody has a different positions. Everybody should be taken care according to their position, but the goal is that everybody is advancing towards the ultimate one pointed goal, that is entering into the spiritual world under the lotus feet of Krishna, where Krishna gives himself and he gives enjoyment which is equal to his own enjoyment. In fact, the devotees enjoy more than Krishna. So that is a beautiful arrangement of the whole Varnashrama system, the whole Vedic literature system, and that has been given very easily to us by the great Acharyas such Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, and even more in a very unprecedented way is given to us by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. Okay, Hare Krishna. I think I should stop here, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisance. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a wonderful nectarian class and especially the pastime. So I'm very, very nice about talking about how Grihastha should be and how everyone should perform, and really appreciating the pastime, Andal, and how Krishna reciprocating to her with whatever she asks for. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, do you have any other questions? Anybody has any questions or realizations that you would like to go ahead and ask? Prabhu, do you have time, Prabhu? Is that okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Shivakumar Prabhuji raised hand, Mataji. I will take over, Mataji. You can.
Okay, thank you so much, Prabhu Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Shivakumar Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dhanavad pranams, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. As always, very insightful, very detailed, and a very hope-giving session from you. Prabhu, one question, Prabhu. From today's the topic that you touched upon, the key aspect of balancing out the material life and spiritual life, I just wanted to hear from you, Prabhu. At some level, does the Parodharma necessarily confront the Laukika Dharma? It seems unless there is some difficulty or challenge, the pain that we go through, it seems the progress in spiritual life is not happening. That's my personal experience, Prabhu, and some of the devotees also around of my association. And I'm also kind of, in the same question, Prabhu, I'm also relating it to Arjuna's question in 6th chapter, slokas 37 and 38, where he asks, what happens to the unsuccessful transcendentalist? Is he not, if he is bewildered from the path of transcendence, it seems he is falling away from both spiritual and material success. So at some level, it seems the material success is orthogonal to spiritual success. I just wanted to hear from you, Prabhu.
Yeah, there is always the whole Bhagavad Gita is oscillating between the renunciation and material life. So Krishna is giving all his teaching so that they can balance. So the lifestyle what we are living right now in this situation is chaotic life. Perfect. The city life, they're working hard from morning till night. Many people leave their village. There are a lot of places there, peaceful life, but they want quick money and more money. So when we are opting for a very, some nowadays even the basic facilities considered is also for even the basic, like for example, if you don't have enough money, you can't even go for yatra, and even spiritual life also becomes costly nowadays. So for that you need one devotee he wants to inspired by very teaching. He went back to his village and with the cows and agriculture he was doing, but his family became afraid, so he had to go and work. So he was kind of caught up. So so there is an insecurity. There is this kind of this lifestyle is a chaotic lifestyle. But when Prabhupada started New Vrindavan community, he recommended simultaneously in the cities. Prabhupada was pushing the book distribution and temples, preaching, and dealing with the materialistic society. But in New Vrindavan, he was telling that lead a simple life, grow whatever you can eat and eat whatever you grow. So I was feeling that the New Vrindavan is a community where we outside, little away from the main society. So people are there also, because later it doesn't is more difficult. But I was thinking that in order to lead a simple life and and not extravagant life, a sattvic life, you need the general people need some atmosphere around them. So when the devotees, when they're living in a society where the whole atmosphere around them is all like quick money and materialistic environment, it's not easy for them to lead a sattvic life. Everybody's around is IT professionals. So it's not easy. But at the same time, unless you go back to it, somewhat sattvic lifestyle, you can't follow the principles of bhakti very, literally 16 rounds and devotional principles become very challenging for them. So ideally, one has to move towards a sattvic life. For that, we need to have an environment, but somebody has to come forward to start. And everybody thinks environment, who will? So somebody has to start. Somebody who has a gut, they have to start. Okay, in this today's purpose is saying now there shouldn't be extravagance. There is the attachment, affection towards wife should be there, but shouldn't be attachment. So in the name of affection, somebody is attached, then they become like Bharat. In the name of detachment, they become unaffectionate wife. Then the family unit collapses and everything gets spoiled. So so this recommendation for this only lifestyle is given. Okay, this particular days one should offer charity, atiti seva, sacrifice is given in very good for every. But nowadays grahasthas, when they come home, or some guests come, they have to inform them before they come. And like even myself also, the online class are going. Some guest comes, I don't know. Some friends comes. I am more engaged with the audience in the online than somebody is coming next to me. These are all the challenges in all the ashramas are there, brahmacharya ashramas. So in all this chaotic situation, somehow or other, as much as possible, if you take shelter of the holy name, the chaotic, gradually things has to, this cannot go for a long time. At least for children, the next generation children, we have to give kind of. So Prabhupada always says that this cannot go, this collapse. Like I'm sitting in Ramanujacharya's altar, and as a strict sannyasi, he was going to one grahastha invited him and his disciples for prasadam. So Ramanujacharya agreed. He went there and gave the simple milk glass of milk. And then Ramanujacharya was fasting next day. The disciples asked him, "Why are you fasting?" He said that yesterday we took milk from the grahastha. They say he's a disciple, he's a devotee. Why you are fast? He said that when he invited us, the way we understand how he invited us. Yeah, I mean, he was other disciples were wondering that he invited very humbly and nicely. He said, "Please come to my home. Please take milk from my home. I want to offer you milk. Please come to my home." Ramanuja said that in his words, there are again and again me, my home, I want. So these kinds of word I heard. This is the exhibition of his little ego. That I am offering, I am doing. This ahankara is there. Since I have taken food from a person who has this particular, anartha, it's very negligent, very simple, insignificant. But Ramanuja did not chastise him or correct him. It's not very hard. But for himself, he becomes strict. I say that I am fasting today so that because I have not taken the sattvic ahara. So Ramanujacharya is established the principle of how a renunciate should be strict in his eating habits. Prabhupada said, we give without discrimination to everybody. We give without discrimination, but we take with discrimination. So the eating habits. At the same time, he did not go to chastise because egoistic. Why you do that? So these kinds of sattvic lifestyle, sattvic. It's not that the brahmacharis has to attend Mangala. The grahasthas also has to do it. But if we have a lifestyle, you are coming back at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock from IT company, then our person can. During proper time itself, everybody has to attend morning sattvic time. And that way, proper gives fish around and all possible. But now, if you are leading a life and chaotic life, so this is bound to be there. This challenge is bound to be there. Some more there. So that's why I always salute the Grihasthas who sincerely. So it is not a magic. One has to change their lifestyle, change their priorities, accept the simple life. Okay. For that you need help from the family, wife, children. Yes. Okay. This much is sufficient for it. Proper in the today's purpose is saying that extravagant life one should not do. Even though one is leading a life of sometimes if the luxury is there, but still in the heart one should be attached towards self-realization. These recommendations are given. So we need to take care of this lifestyle. We need to. I may not be offering practical solution. Finally, this lifestyle changes.
Okay.
Don't know.
Very helpful, Prabhu. Very helpful, very practical. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hemi Mataji.
Hare
Krishna.
Mataji, you got muted, Mataji. Can you unmute yourself, Hemi Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. So thank you, Prabhuji, for a beautiful class. I have a question around charity. I often hear in the classes, so I'm kind of debating. I want to know your perspective. Now, charity, we learn in Bhagavad Gita, it is in the mode of ignorance and passion and sattvic charity. There's all different kinds. But as a grasta, like we're reading here in this purport, that it's our responsibility to be giving charity. Now, I do hear that at the same time, when we give charity, it should not be misused. Otherwise, we accrue karma for that if we give it to the wrong person. But I also heard that if we don't give, then we become hard-hearted. So, if we are, say, for example, we go to these stores and they ask for charity for this school or this child, and now I'm not giving because I don't know where my money is going to go and how it's going to be utilized. So, I mean, I don't want to know your perspective as to how and where to give charity in a Krishna conscious way, Prabhu.
Yes, this is a important thing. The charity is also whom one should give in. Desha kalecha patrecha diyate yadhanam, satvikam sutam. So the in a technical shastric way, the brahmanas are the first recipient of charity, But at the same time, today, as we read Prabhupada saying about your dog should be taken care, Chandala should be taken care. But everybody has to receive what they deserve. That's the main thing. When Raghunath Das Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu in Panihati, he brought a lot of gold coins. And the Chaitanya mentions he gave gold, he handed over the gold coins to Raghav Pandit, and he did not even go and give himself, He was so humble, and he get Raghav Pandit, and he told him that please you give these gold coins to different adhikaris, different people according to their levels, their necessities. So charity should be given, not that it should be given to only one person. Everybody, the needful people can receive charity, but proportionately it should be given. In South India there's a proverb, "Pathira marandi pichaidu," they say. So before, even if you throw in the river, measure it and throw. Some say like that. So like for example, when a sannyasi come with a begging bowl and a brahmachari come with a begging bowl, both are beggars. But how the grahastha give charity is that for the brahmachari they give uncooked rice, uncooked thing they give, and that boy brings the uncooked rice, dal, whatever, and fruits and all, and he gives to guru, and the guru's wife cooks that and offer to deities, gives to husband, and the students take. At the same time, when a sannyasi comes for begging, the grahastha wife, the host, cannot give uncooked rice because sannyasi cannot touch fire. He will not cook. So they have to give the cooked rice, cooked items from their home. So I'm just saying that the charity, according to the person varies, according to the simple thing, Varnashram system, both are Brahmins. One is a Brahmachari Brahman, another Sannyasi is a Brahman. But the charity differs. So like that, the charity shouldn't be neglected, but it should be given in different proportion according to the needs. So the main charity can be given to the Brahminical, the best welfare society, supposed to be devotees, Vaishnavas. At the same time, it's not that one should neglect the social, cause. One can given if it is really used for that purpose. Like Siddhartha Saraswati Thakur also chastised some devotees, or if I give some 5 rupees or 2 rupees, maybe those times, some very less amount, or he may smoke cigarette, or he will smoke BD or something, I'll get the karma. But we may not know that the person may really need of that also. So how we judge, So sometimes we have to take the risk. It's not that Krishna is so cruel that you gave money to somebody's BD smoker, so he will give big hell to you. No, it's sometimes we need to take even if you give to devotees, sometimes it can be misused also. So so in this way, one should intelligently divide. Generally, people are not interested in giving charity, and some other we are giving charity, we can proportionately divide. Sanatana Goswami divided half of amount to devotees, 25% to relatives. They could have told that relatives are materialistic, relatives are not. We don't know who are the relatives of Sanatana Goswami, but he could have given to all the temples or sannyasis or brahmanas. But he is given to relatives also. So in this way, one should be one can be charitable for different causes, but proportion should be understood properly. And as much as possible, one should find out how this be used. I don't know exactly is answering your question to some extent.
It does, Prabhu. Very helpful answer. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. My pranams to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Shokar Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna, pranams.
Prabhuji, are you able to hear Sukaka Krishna Prabhu? Yes, Prabhu. Please unmute yourself, Prabhu. Prabhu, we can't hear you. You have to unmute.
We are not able to hear anything.
Is it unmute able to hear?
Yes.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhu. Now
Krishna,
it's
Hare
here.
Krishna, Vinita Mataji, Hare Krishna, Nityananda Prabhu. Wonderful class from
Pranam.
Vaikunta. Bhuloka Vaikunta.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhuloka Vaikunta. So, Prabhu, my question is, Prabhu is
Yes,
busy.
Prabhu. No, I'm
Prabhu,
just
now.
leaving this.
Oh, okay. So, just tell me that you are in Bhuloka Vaikunta and we are all here in various places. Of course, Bhakti Sangha is also good, like this Goloka Vrindavala. So,
This is exactly the Srirangam temple in the festival. This is
Oh.
Ramanujacharya's temple altar.
Jai.
Prepared Vaikuntha Ekadasi.
Super, Prabhu, super.
The night, so. Yes, Prabhu.
Oh. Prabhu, I was just telling that here we have been talking about all animals to be treated as brothers, sons, all children. So we have so much of pest control doing and animals are dying, and also farming also doing a lot of chemicals and all. How we can get rid of, stop killing animals? Because in the day-to-day life also we are seeing so many cockroaches coming and rats coming. So how do we, mosquito nets, mosquito coils, mosquito bite you cannot see.
Yeah. It's very challenging. Prabhupada emphasized on cleanliness. Prabhupada emphasized on cleanliness. So best thing is that whatever I heard is that you keep your premises clean so that you won't invite these unwanted people and ending up dealing with them. You see. So
to keep the neat.
So that is the first priority, first thing.
And consciousness clean. Keep our consciousness clean.
Yes. And you like one simple thing, use mosquito net for sleeping so that you won't end up in eating the mosquitoes. So from the rats, keep things clean so rats won't come. These are some things. Maybe some more practical things could be there, but these are, of course, one time. Prabhu said that when mosquitoes bite, sometimes we kill it involuntarily. We just smash it. So once he said that the mosquitoes may be considered as part of Atatayana. Atatayana means 6 people who can be punished. Those who steal others' wealth, and those who kidnap others' wives, those who burn others' house, those who give poison to others. In the category, he said the mosquitoes are coming with a sword in the notes. Like that. I don't know, serious that joke, but like that.
I think once some mosquito came out, Prabhupada's hand and was taking, and he devotee killed. He said, okay, that can be done.
Yeah, like that.
Thank you, Prabhu. You can tell something about
Srirangam. This is Srirangam 1,000 Pillar Hall.
Jai. Jai Ho, Prabhu. You're taking us around the Srirangam now.
So this is a Vaikunta place. Maybe I can just show the temple. The deity is from little far. If you're not able to see, devotees can darshan. This is a 1,000 hall pillar.
Jai.
This is a hall where the Lord is here.
Jai.
There is all close now. Screen is put. These are all Lord's deities. I don't know how much you can see. You're able to see some deities?
Yeah. Little far.
I'll
try to
see. This is these are the idols.
Yeah. Oyalvar.
Yes. This is altar, which is closed now. All the idols are here, Acharyas are here. Amanishari at the front, Namayana is also in there.
So kind of you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Okay. I think devotees must be having other engagement, isn't it? Anybody want to say anything?
Thank you,
for
Prabhuji, for
Sriranga
the
Darshan.
very beautiful class, and thank you for the darshan of the holy Naam.
Sriranga
Thank
Darshan.
you so
Sriranga
much.
Darshan. Sriranga.
It is exactly Vaikuntha, spiritual world now.
Yes,
Jai.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much. We are really grateful to you. We would like to offer our obeisances to you. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyeva
Patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Adanta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, assembled devotees ki jai. His Grace
Jai.
Nityananda Prabhuji ki
Jai.
jai.
Hari Bol.
Nityananda.
Koti Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees, for joining. We'll close the call for today. Hari
Vrindavan Mata ki jai ho, Lalita Prabhu ki jai ho.
Jai Ho.
Sundar